Jayland Walker, a black man, 25 years old, who was unarmed when police officers in Akron, Ohio, shot and killed him in a hail of gunfire, has no prior record of criminal activity, according to the police. What do you think about that? Why did things have to happen in such a dreadful, terrible way? This is not fair, and this is actually quite very disturbing. Stay with us as we cover every single detail of Jayland Walker's story. Hey folks, welcome back to Crime Point. In this video, we're going to find out in what way Jayland Walker was shot dozens of times. But before we proceed, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell symbol so you don't miss out on any of our wonderful videos in the future. And let's get started. 1 week after the deadly police shooting of 25-year-old Jayland Walker, the city of Akron, Ohio was on edge during the 4th of July holiday. A news conference held by city authorities, together with the release of 13 police body camera footage, has begun to offer a clearer picture of the incident. According to the police, the shooting occurred when Walker, who is black, escaped an attempted traffic stop early on June 27th. According to the chief of police of Akron, Stephen Milett, Walker was not carrying any type of weapon when he was slain. Police stated that a pistol had been recovered in Walker's vehicle after the shooting. An officer stated that Walker had discharged a gun from his vehicle at some point during the automobile pursuit. According to a statement on the city's website, Akron Mayor Dan Horrigan announced a state of emergency and imposed a curfew for Monday night from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Tuesday in order to preserve calm in our town. The curfew is in effect as a fireworks spectacular that was scheduled to take place on the 4th of July has been scrapped. Horrigan stated in an announcement that the protests on Sunday began peacefully, but that the atmosphere deteriorated as night set. He also mentioned that substantial property damage was done to downtown Akron. After dozens of demonstrators failed to disperse from the downtown area, the police stated that they detained around 50 persons in response. According to a press statement from the Akron Police Department, a group of aggressive protesters caused significant property damage to adjacent businesses, restaurants, and residential structures by breaking windows and igniting minor fires. The majority of the demonstrators were nonviolent. The police originally gave the demonstrators verbal directions and a reasonable amount of time to comply, as said in the announcement. However, later on, they used a chemical irritant to avoid additional rioting and property destruction. In spite of the fact that the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigations is still looking into the circumstances surrounding Walker's death, and the fact that there are still many questions that have not been addressed, the following is a rundown of what we do know. According to what the police claim took place, Walker was killed in a volley of gunfire early on Monday morning, following a car pursuit and foot chase that began when authorities sought to stop him for traffic and equipment violations. The pursuit and chase began when officers tried to stop Walker. According to a narrated video chronology that the police showed at a press conference on Sunday, Walker evaded the stop and cops took chase after him. Approximately 40 seconds after the beginning of the pursuit, the narrated video states that a sound consistent with a gunshot can be heard in the footage from the officers' body cameras. The officers also reported dispatching that a gunshot had been fired from Walker's vehicle during the pursuit. The police also displayed still photographs acquired from traffic cameras that showed a flash of light along the driver's side of the automobile. It was possible that this flash of light was caused by a muzzle flash. According to Milett, this transformed a normal traffic stop into a public safety concern by altering the whole essence of the incident that had occurred. According to the authorities, and after a period of several minutes, Walker's car slowed down and he got out of the vehicle and fled away. According to the police, many cops got out of their patrol cars after him, and officers used tasers in an attempt to stop him, but they were unsuccessful. After a few moments had passed, the police said that Walker stopped and rapidly turned toward the pursuing policemen. Officers, according to what Milett told the press, thought Walker was reaching towards his waist. They felt that Mr. Walker had turned and was motioning and going into a shooting position. Milett claimed, and so they opened fire, which ultimately resulted in Walker's death. According to the chief, Walker sustained 60 separate wounds. Milett stated on Sunday that a study by a medical examiner revealed that Walker had at least 60 wounds as a consequence of gunshots. However, the medical examiner is still trying to ascertain which wounds were entrance wounds and which were exit wounds. According to Milett, the BCI will figure out the precise number of times Walker was shot. In the meanwhile, a number of bullets that were fired is unknown. However, Milett has stated that he believes that number will be substantial based on the films, in which dozens of gunshots can be heard being fired over the course of 7 seconds. Milett said a significant number of bullets were discharged, and there are currently 8 officers on leave. According to Milet, 8 police officers were directly engaged in the incident, and in accordance with the practice of the department, all of them have been placed on paid administrative leave until the outcome of the inquiry. 7 of the 8 police officers are white, and only 1 of them is black, according to the information that was made public by the city. The officers are cooperating fully with the investigation. The Akron Police Union said in a statement, adding it believes the investigation will determine the officers' use of force was justified, including the number of rounds they fired. In a statement, the Fraternal Order of Police, Akron Lodge 7, claimed that the choice to employ lethal force, as well as the number of rounds fired, is consistent with the use of force regulations and officers' training. What can be seen in the video? On Sunday, the police department shared 13 recordings taken from officers' body cameras. Of those, 8 were taken by officers who were directly engaged in the shooting, and the remaining 5 were taken by officers who were present at the scene. The tapes were made public in accordance with a recently passed rule in the city that stipulates that video evidence showing an active police officer's use of force must be made public within 7 days of the occurrence in question. Some of the films were taken at the conclusion of the pursuit, and it shows the silver automobile that Walker was driving coming to a stop just as he's about to escape the vehicle through the driver's side door. At least one of the officers yells at the man to stop moving and says, "Let me see your hands." In the footage, Walker is seen getting back into the automobile, which then begins to go ahead at a leisurely pace. After then, he is seen exiting the vehicle through the door on the passenger side and sprinting away from the authorities. According to one piece of footage, an officer or officers call at least once more for Walker to display his hands. The pursuit on foot went on for a few more seconds before there was a string of gunshots that rang out over the course of 7 seconds. The camera stopped shortly after the rounds were fired, and they do not reflect the efforts that police officers made to offer medical treatment following the shooting. Despite the fact that the police have stated they tried first aid after the shooting, they were unable to save Walker, and he was pronounced dead at the scene of the incident. Walker's family wants answers from police authorities. Their attorneys stated in their own press conference on Sunday, but they have also requested that any protests in response to Walker's killing be calm to respect his legacy. A relative added that Walker was full of life. One of the attorneys, Bobby DiCello, stated that Walker had never broken the law a day in his life, no felonies of any type. The 25-year-old was described as a fun-loving young man who was full of jokes and who was liked by everyone, according to Robert DeJournette, who's a relative of Walker's and a local pastor. And that's going to do it for today's video, guys. We sincerely hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click on the like button and make sure you share it with all your friends and family. If you have any questions or comments for us, please make sure you share those with us too in the comment space down below. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you'll see even more of our incredible videos. You can also check out our other videos that have been specially selected just for you. Hey, we'll catch up with you in our next video. Thanks so much for spending time out of your day with us today, and we look forward to being with you for our next presentation. Hey, have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.